Good afternoon, and welcome to the Nuts and Boltz Show, episode number 10. I'm Don,
I'm Sean.
and this is the last show that we'll have for you of the year 2020. Thank God for that. And it is, I guess, what you'd call our Christmas special. I don't know if you would guess that or not behind Sean and I, but it is. And today is kind of a free-forming show, more of a relaxed show, I guess, where we're going to talk about ourselves. And we're also going to talk about the future. But before we do that, let's go to Sean. We recently, Sean, received a report card from YouTube. Why don't you discuss that with the viewers?
Yes, we did. So every so often, it seems like YouTube will send you an email with kind of like a recap of different metrics, different attributes of your YouTube channel. And we got ours not too long ago. And in just under 3 months of being on YouTube, we've had 45 subscribers, over 1,500 views. We've had our videos shared over 119 times, and it's been amazing. In that short period of time, we've had so much activity, so much engagement from people. It's really surprising to me. I didn't expect it, Don. Did you?
Well, to be very honest, I don't really know. Like, how do you compare yourself to other YouTubers? I really don't know. So I'm going to go by what you said and use the word. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that we did damn good. We're like number one superstars up and coming, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'd say so. I definitely would. And like I said, in under 3 months, I mean, obviously it's not a million people and a million views, but I mean, it's significant to us. And I guess it's all about perspective, right?
Was there a way to rate that, Sean? Between other, say, beginners?
Absolutely not. No.
Well, I guess we'll just take it as it is on face value and say we did an awesome job.
Yeah, I always like saying I did an awesome job.
Yeah. Before I continue, I just want to show I am wearing my Christmas ugly sweater.
Huh, that's your ugly sweater?
I think so. Why?
Oh.
You think it's pretty?
I mean, it's something.
All right.
All right.
So to piggyback off that, Sean, I was looking at a lot of different videos today, doing some research, our videos, and I think we've come pretty good way since the first episode to our last. I think we're more relaxed. I think that the topic of editing comes up all the time between you and I, where I'm not yelling at you, but I think we need an editor. That still is said, but I think that you, and I want to give Sean all the credit with editing our videos. You've come a long way as well in that category. And really, I think came out of your shell during the scavenger hunt video. We were outside. I think you were very relaxed. You were funny. And I think people finally got to know you a little bit better. That was one of the critiques anyway that, we were hearing, is that you seemed to be not that funny, or you seem to be a little shy, camera shy. Yeah, I'm serious.
Who said that? I want names.
Well, we won't give you any names right now. I'll do it in an email form. But I think even you would acknowledge that you feel a lot better about doing it than when you first started.
Yeah, I'd say so. I would. And you as well. I mean, obviously, you're a little more experienced talking on camera in front of people than I am.
I've never been on camera until now.
Well, you were on the radio for a little bit. You had your own sports show.
Well, yeah, that was very brief. They never fired me.
Yeah. I always say that too. They didn't fire me. I quit.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
They were able to get me out of there without firing me. I think it was just, enough was enough with that one. But let me ask you this. Why don't we really quick, because we don't have that many shows. This is show 10, but then we had a couple of weird ones with Punishment Edition and Scavenger Hunt.
I don't call those shows. I call those special editions.
Sure. I mean, sure, that's great. That'll be good for DVD sales. We could do like seasons and then special editions.
Yeah.
Way to make more money. But anyway, which one stands out in your mind? Which one did you say like the least, and which one did you like the most?
Well, I definitely have to say, of all the things that we've done so far in our short career, my favorite moment was probably the scavenger hunt. And it almost didn't happen. We were kind of going back and forth that day of whether we should do it due to the weather or not, but we ended up doing it. And I'm really glad we did do it because I had a lot of fun. It was, I believe, our first experience getting out into the world and doing something related to the show. And I know you had Idona helping us. She was recording. So that was fun as well. I thought it was a good vibes. We had some good banter, and I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite. What was your favorite?
You know, I'm kind of torn on this one because I really liked the scavenger hunt one. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool to be out, and we have more news with, you know, videos like that coming up in the future where we're going to be out in public. That was a lot of fun. And I did enjoy, you know, the fact that we, even being very new at doing this, that we were very quickly giving back to whoever, the community, people that were willing to play. So I like that part a lot, and I hope we continue to do that. As a matter of fact, I know we will. But my favorite show, and this will be somewhat controversial, really was the political show. And on this aspect alone is that show, I put in the most work on any of the shows that we've done. I did a lot of research. I thought it was a well done show between you and I. Again, we are not experts, so you know, we don't compare and rate to like a Rush Limbaugh or a Glenn Beck. You know, we're not on that caliber. But for our standard, for where we are, I thought it was really well done and well thought out. And the interviews that you did were spot on. The people and their comments and everything that we put together, including the editing that you did in that video, to me, and I know that some people didn't really like that video, at least one person that I know of. We even lost a subscriber, so 2. It was our best show by, I don't want to say by far, but to me, it was our best show and my favorite to do.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. It was. So we talked about our favorites. Now let's talk about the fans' favorites. So I put together a couple questions for you. I want to see if you can tell me the right answer. So which was our most watched upload? Was it A, our TikTok dance-off? Was it B, our scavenger hunt edition? Was it C, 9/11? Or was it D, episode 4, organization, featuring just me?
C, 9/11.
Correct. Our first show ever. About, I believe it's 250 views. First show ever, highest amount ever. And of those 4, the least watched was episode 4, featuring just me. So I think the fans like you.
I don't know. I have no clue.
And I got a second one for you.
All right.
All right. So medium number 4, special, no lettuce, cut the crust off, large diet. No, that's the, hold on. All right. So who was the best looking host of the Nutz and Boltz Show? Is it A, Sean? Is it B, Don? Is it C, Idona? Or is it D, Beyonce?
No letter for Alexander.
Or Alexander?
Well, listen, if you did have a letter for Alexander, I would go with that one because he's obviously more handsome than all of us put together. But you know what? You put a lot of pressure on me, Sean. So
That's rude.
I'm going to have to say Idona. And it was based off the very first video when she waved at the camera. She looked amazing.
I hear you, but that's incorrect. It's A, Sean.
You took
Thanks
a view
for playing.
poll?
Yeah, you got 1 out of 2.
That's all right. That's fine. That's what I did in high school.
Damn.
How do you think I got here?
I don't know. Good looks.
We have exciting news. And now we've interviewed people, and that's another thing that I liked about the shows that we put together. We were able to do 2 interviews, which we will do more of. We are going to get back to unappreciated jobs eventually. And we may interview the sports guy, Dominic, again, when there is something significant going on. He really liked being on the show, and we liked having him. So we want to thank him. We want to thank Brendan. And we have a special guest that has promoted our show today. He is a celebrity. He's been in the movie Comedy Central cult classic hit called Windy City Heat. And if you are a man, a man's man, that movie is for you. And I say that because there are hardly any girls that like this movie. Matter of fact, there's hardly any women that will sit more than 3 minutes of this movie.
It's true. It's very true. I tried with my mother. I tried with Emily, and neither of them sat more than 5 minutes into it.
Yeah, but again, if you're a man's man, you'll absolutely get a kick out of this and understand the humor. He was willing to do promote our show. So Sean, let's introduce our guest, not our guest, but the celebrity, Perry Caravello.
For the Nuts and Bolts Show, guys, if you're looking for a good show that can be serious or funny at times, check out the Nuts and Boltz Show on YouTube. It's two guys, Don and Sean, and no matter the topic, they make it entertaining. I watch it at times. Take it from me. It's a great show. Yeah, you need to check it out. And P.S. Was it love or lust when I kissed Don? I never kissed Don! God, I'm not gonna swear. I never kissed Don! Don picked me up off the ground and dropped me on his face! That sick pervert! I never kissed Don! Psychopath bastards! I never f***ing kissed Don! Get it through your thick heads! Damn you! Now, you kiss each other? Or do you have girlfriends or wives that you kiss? Good day. You want to send me another cameo, you can. Dirt bags. Good day.
That guy is crazy, but I like him.
I don't think he liked us. I mean, should we feel bad if I kiss my wife and you kiss your girlfriend? I'm confused by that one.
I don't think so, but apparently we're psychopath bastards. Did you kiss him because he mentioned you?
No, he wasn't talking about me. We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. No matter what, it's nice to have a celebrity who says he listens to our show and he likes it. I mean, take it from him. It's a good show. And I don't think you're going to mess with Perry, so you might as well watch and subscribe to our show.
Exactly.
Now, he did mention a name, and it was Don. Now, for people who do not know who Perry Caravello is, which I'm assuming nobody does, I mentioned that he's a celebrity. He was in a movie, and he is also in a podcast called The Big Three with Don Barris, who is part of the Jimmy Kimmel Show, and Walter Molinsky. Now, Perry they pick on him a lot, I would say, right, Sean?
I would say so. They definitely pick on him, but he has his strong suits like everybody, but he also has his downfalls like everybody. But I would say that his downfalls are a lot more dramatic than most.
Yeah. To summarize it really quick, he's yelling because I asked the question, was it love or lust when you kissed Don Barris? And he was fooled into thinking that Don Barris had passed away. And not only was he fooled by that, but he was fooled by Jimmy Kimmel, who told him, why don't you throw a eulogy at the world-famous comedy club in California? And he did. And then Don Barris, at the end of the show, comes out, and Perry is shocked that he couldn't believe Don Barris was alive. So it made headline news, this particular incident, Sean. So why don't you play that?
No one's defending this idiot. But there is an element to this case that it really hasn't been discussed, and that is Perry gay or lesbian? Yeah.
Speaking about this guy, he's gay. That's great. That's his life. I don't have a problem with seeing him kiss his boyfriend on television. That's who he is. I feel like you should be able to be who you are.
But don't you need the media gratuitously again and again and again and again?
Actually, well, again, I'm focusing on the fact that he's not afraid. He came out that he's gay.
Big deal. The mob, the PC mob, is running the economy now, and it's just like the mafia in Sicily.
We got to take a break, but you guys are staying one more segment. You don't want to miss this when we come back. Now, when we get back, reaction to what is probably one of the most watched videos of the day. It went on for 4 minutes. We'll show you that video when we get back.
This guy was on the Sean Hannity show. He picked up this story, and that's what he was talking about. I think that's just absolutely insane.
Well, he did kiss Don Barris. That's Don Barris in the video, part of the Jimmy Kimmel show. He does the warm-up act for Jimmy Kimmel Live, which I think right now they're on pause. That Jimmy might be doing shows, but no audience. But he did get kissed by Don Barris, and it doesn't look like he picked him up. It almost looked like it was mutual.
It did. I mean, I know Perry's, you guys wouldn't know, but Don and I know that Perry has mentioned plenty of times how in love he is with Don Barris's eyes and his supple, soft lips. So, I mean, that could have something to do with it. Maybe deep down inside, he really wanted it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. And we can't confirm that was Perry at the end of the video in the street.
Right. But we'd love to have Perry on sometime to talk about it. Maybe he can clear things up for us. Yeah.
I mean, let's find out if he really did have an accident like that in the street. That'll be like one of the first questions we ask him.
Yeah, true.
And if you liked what you saw with Perry, leave a comment and we could maybe get him on again with another segment or two in the future. Perry is a character, and there's no doubt about it. And I definitely urge you to research the podcast called The Big Three or the movie Windy City Heat. So on behalf of Sean and I, Perry, thank you very much for doing what you did. We definitely appreciated that. Now, before we forget and move on any further, why don't we get to the weatherman? And this report, I think everybody's going to be a little happier after they see this.
Hey everybody, here's this week's weather report. It's gonna be cold, it might snow, but what do you want from me? It's December. By the way guys, thanks for the money, back to you.
That's a lot of money, little buddy. Don't spend it all in one place. Thank you, Alexander, for the weather report. Now we're going to move on to future outlook. We're going to talk about what our plans are for 2021. It's going to be a big year for the Nuts and Bolts podcast. I do believe so. We have a lot of things planned upcoming. The first and the most important, we think, is we're going to have a scavenger hunt, another one at 100 subscribers with a fairly significant value prize if you win it. We're not going to mention what that is. We'll let your minds wander. Future announcements to come on that. I'm sure you guys will see. We're also going to do a lot more outside shows. Obviously, it's cold now, so we couldn't, but that's something that Don and I have spoken about and we'd really like to do is get involved with the people, talking to them, maybe doing some shows inside various places like Walmart, Target, wherever we can interact with people and kind of get good vibes, good reactions going. We're also going to have a lot more interviews upcoming. Some very interesting people, some very interesting characters, some very good stories to tell, some awesome life lessons to learn. We're going to have some more underappreciated professions coming up, as well as a few one-offs here and there. It's going to be an awesome year. Don, what are your thoughts?
I'm excited because I think I agree with you, which I don't always agree with you, Sean. If you go by our videos, there's many times I'm like, I don't think so. But in this case, I do. I think that it's going to be an exciting year. We have some other ideas that we would like to do, not show-wise, but potentially some apparel that you and I have talked about getting out there with our logos on it. And we are definitely going to be getting some business cards together so we can spread the word of our show. And that's the key, is getting the word out there, because we want to take it beyond, the Capital District and New York State, and we want to get it all over the world. So those are all big things coming up in 2021. And man, I cannot wait for that year to start with everything that's been going on this year. We don't even get in it with COVID and election fraud and blah, blah, blah. But 2021 is going to be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And as we sign out, we have another surprise for you. But Sean, for the Nuts and Boltz Show, I'm Don.
And I'm Sean. See ya.
Later.
Welcome to YouTube.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too.
As soon as I go to open the door, he came barreling out butt naked and ran into the guys behind me. Superman dive, butt naked, into a bunch of my other buddies.
You actually guessed the very first game ever to be on a gaming console. Your guess was?
It was Pong. One way it goes like that, and then the ball bounces back and forth.
Yes.
That's right, you know what I'm saying? That's right. That retainer ain't cheap, too, but we don't do nothing cheap around here with the Nuts and Boltz. You know what it is. So you said uniqueness and then originality, and those are kind of the same thing.
Yeah. True, but you made it look like the original video.
Exactly.
And we could talk about that a little more, but I want to go backwards if I could.
No.
And I do want to go backwards.
Okay, I'll allow.
Did your eyes water up a little bit?
No.
No?
No, his eyes aren't
I'm
watering.
okay, thank you.
No.
We got confirmation.
I'm all right. You got to stop talking now, Mom.
Okay.
That's Sean's mom, everybody.
Oh, your vote matters, man.
Even if you're like 100% sure that the election is going to go one way, you should, definitely still vote, because that's only going to happen. Because like if everyone has your mindset, then no one would vote.
I understand it better. I decided when Trump was elected, I decided, okay, I should probably educate myself about all this.
Back to you two weirdos.
See ya.
Later.